What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest show on earth, Prog Talk. This is Progressive Talk Live with your host, humble, handsome Dusty Smith, and this is episode 19. And tonight, as always, we're going to take a look at the viral social media stories and keep each other company so we don't get too depressed. How's every fucking body doing? Did you have a good week? I hope you guys did. We did a show on Wednesday, a religious show, and it was pretty successful. People seem to enjoy that. I am slacking a little bit tonight. I'm a little bit behind, a little bit in the weeds, but I think I finally got a good show together for you guys. We have all this shit to cover, so it should take at least 2 hours. I don't know. We're going to pound through it, haha, like your mama. And I admit, folks, the reason I'm lagging a little behind tonight is because somebody, not me, I would never do drugs because drugs are bad, but somebody did whippets last night, and wasn't me, but I'm going to show you guys how evil people do whippets. Don't do this. Never, ever do this. So basically, you have this container right here. It is a whip topping container, and you buy this off Amazon. You get it off Amazon, and then you get the whippet things from Amazon as well. Amazon sells drugs. Fucking Jeff Bezos sells drugs. Don't do drugs. And they look like this. It's the most inefficient way in the history of mankind to do drugs, folks. It, like one little shot, you need like 3 of these for a decent sized shot. And these are heavy metal containers. It's just ridiculous how inefficient this is. And then you just stick it in there like this, and then you screw it into the back, and it goes, psh, this one's already dead because somebody already did it. It wasn't me. Somebody already did this. And they screw it and go shh, and then it fills the thing with basically laughing gas. It's the same thing that they use at the dentist office. And you put it in your mouth and you go, and you suck it up, and it makes your voice sound really deep because it's almost like the opposite of helium. And then your head goes wah 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 wah. So somebody, not me, somebody did whippets last night for several hours, and then they watched the movie Warrior with Tom Hardy, and they wept like a baby at the end. He's like choking his brother. He's like, tap out, Tommy. Just tap out. I'm sorry. And finally his brother has to tap out. And they played that sad-ass song, Today You Were Far Away. And somebody, not me, was weeping. Oh, my God. Tap out, Tommy. So it was sad. Good movie, though, if you haven't seen that movie. Bit over the top, but good movie. So that's what happened. So I'm not going to get banned because I don't do this. I would never do. I'm showing you how evil people do whippets. I would never advocate for this in any way whatsoever. Don't do it. I'm just showing you what to avoid, okay? Oxidative brain cells does not sound like fun. It is. It's very much. It's like you've been to the dentist before, right? Like they put way, way more amounts of laughing gas into your body at the dentist office, and you're fine, right? You have a good time, and it's all good. Don't do it, though. Don't do it. That's hippie crack, dude. Hells yeah, hippie crack. Amazon selling the hippie crack. But I'm not afraid of drugs, folks. I would never do them, but you shouldn't be afraid of them, right? Because who gives a shit, right? It's your life. Have fun. Nitrous can be dangerous. This will make sure it's mixed with oxygen so patients live long enough to pay the bill. Yeah, I mean, it's dangerous if you're, like, putting a bag over your head full of that shit. That's what some people do, but I don't think anybody has ever died or been seriously hurt by doing whippets from a fucking whip topping container. I can't imagine how you would die from doing this or get severely hurt, but I don't know. Don't do it. Never do it, though. That's the point. You shouldn't do it. That's the only reason I'm bringing this up. It is dangerous. It is deadly. Amazon will kill you, so don't do it. He isn't monetized. I'm sort of monetized a little bit, but it's fine. Nothing wrong with sober. I need a ride. Yeah, sober's fine sometimes, but life gets a bit boring when you're sober too much. Hello all, and salutations from the internet. I am your humble announcer, Noah Vale, and the show starts in 3 minutes. Hell yeah, show is on. It is on. Looking daddy as fuck. Yeah, I'm daddy as fuck. Daddy as fuck. Feeling daddy as fuck. Whippets are sort of a commercial party pastry here. Okay, yep. The chocolate-covered marshmallow cookies. If you do nitrous, it displaces the oxygen in your lungs as well as humans don't work on nitrous. Yeah, I don't know how you could do it with that, though, because you're breathing in oxygen at the same time you're doing it. So taking a deep breath. So you're getting plenty of oxygen into your lungs as well as it. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I've never done it, so I couldn't tell you. I guess if you guys say it's totally dangerous, then I defer to your expertise since I don't know anything about it. I'm just explaining how evil it is. All right, gonna start the show out. I'm not going to talk about my Patreon anymore right now because I've already hit my Patreon mark, $1,500, and I said that once I reach $1,500, I would advocate for you guys to donate to smaller channels, and I'm doing that, or like animal sanctuaries, animal shelters, whatever. If you want to donate to somebody, donate to them. I'm doing fine right now. I'm making $18,000 a year right now through Patreon alone. That's not including what I get off Super Chats, which is plenty of money for me to live on. I don't want to take more money out of the system than I need, especially at a time right now where people are suffering and doing without all over the place. So, not going to talk about it. But if you guys want to help out the show live, then you can do so through Super Chats. Super Chats are the lifeblood of the show. No questions dodged. Every question answered. We got a few already. Bradley Elskin. Looking daddy as fuck. Just throwing that. I appreciate it, Bradley Elskin. I'm feeling daddy as fuck. Sophia Christina Botha. Speak to you tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I'm doing Sophia Christina Botha's show tomorrow. Apparently she has they have a podcast of some sort, and I'm going to be doing that. So cool. And like I said, I'm not going to shill my Patreon unless it goes underneath $1,500. But somebody sent me a video, I guess, that TJ Kirk, the amazing atheist, so amazing, made about me for his Patreon audience. And it was basically just an hour and a half of him just shitting on me hardcore. He played the video I made about Cal Kalinske, where I just told you what I thought about Cal Kalinski's video off the top of my head. And he played through that shit on me. And he basically said, the only reason I'm making this video against Cal Kalinske is because Cal Kalinske makes so much more money than I do. And I'm jealous of the money Cal Kalinski's making. And I wish I made that much money. Which, you know, makes sense, considering the fact that I'm literally telling you guys not to donate to me anymore. I'm literally turning down money. So, poor TJ! Wrong about everything, always, constantly, sad day for him. But what you gotta do? Obviously, he's got a show for his friend Cal Kalinske, and cover for the fact he's making over $200,000 a year. So anyway, let's start out by talking about Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin, the saddest fuck in the goddamn planet. He has written a book that apparently is total shit. And of course, this is what these conservative guys always do. They have to play the victim. This is their entire fucking con. Their entire shill is to say things they know are going to upset people, and then when people get upset, play the fucking victim. But at this point, they're not even being victimized in any way. Basically, people are reading his book, and they're leaving it bad reviews because his book is shit. And he's going out in public to play the victim. Oh my God. They're book burning. This is literal book burning. This is the new version, the digital version of book burning. I'm so oppressed. No, you're not, you fucking rich goddamn white motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. But here he is on the OAN, which is the new Fox News-like network that I think Trump's son has heavily invested in, that does nothing but suck Trump's dick all day long. And here he is pretending like somebody's oppressing him.
I didn't expect people, we're not living in 1941 Germany where I expected people to actually burn the book. But when they do this, when they intentionally try to stop other people from seeing a book or reading a book or buying a book, and when they coordinate it, that is, as you put it, modern digital book burning. And apparently I'm scaring them with some simple common sense, because that's really all that's in the book.
I'm so oppressed. It's literal digital book burning. It's like what the Nazis did. People criticizing me and leaving me 1-star reviews. So it works though, folks. This con has worked repeatedly for these guys. They all fucking do it. They all continuously accuse everybody else of playing the victim while they actually play the victim continuously. So just sad as fuck. And even Sam Cedar is dunking on him. You know, Dave Rubin is scared as fuck of Sam Cedar. Rubin calling the modern book burning that his book is getting negative reviews online. Free speech is when you give his book 5 stars. Anything else is censorship. Yep. They're literally doing modern book burning. The whole point of the book. Fortunately, if you put mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Yeah, literal, folks. Literally. No, they're not literally book burning. They're literally figuratively doing it, but they're not even literally figuratively doing it. They're not doing it in any way. They're just criticizing you. You know, criticizing you is not oppression, motherfuckers. God, you goddamn white rich conservatives are so fucking cringe and pathetic. And while we're at it, remember when Dave Rubin said this? He literally said this, folks. Jesus was surrounded by Muslims. It was the Middle East. Yeah, you remember that, folks? When Jesus, who lived, if he even exists to begin with, 500 years before Muhammad, who created Islam and Muslims. Yeah, remember when they were all surrounding Jesus? Because, you know, there are Muslims in the Middle East forever. Forever. Islam is not based off Christianity in any way. Nah, folks. Genius Dave Rubin, the dumbest fuck on the goddamn planet. And these people, like I said, they always play the fucking victim. It's just so sad. Here's Terrence Williams, who is basically, he's a Cat Williams impersonator. His whole shtick is, what if Cat Williams was a Trump supporter? Now, he doesn't say that, but if you watch him, that's what he does. You's a stupid motherfucker. You know, talks exactly like Cat Williams, does the whole attitude and stuff. But anyway, here he is playing the victim. When I came out as a Trump supporter, Hollywood shut the door in my face. They told me I was not allowed to be on Saturday Night Live. No, they didn't. You ain't funny, motherfucker. There's nothing funny about you. You had zero chance of ever being on Saturday Night Live. Just play the fucking victim. That's all they do. It's so pathetic. Well, on May 9th, 7 p.m. Central, we are doing Deplorable Saturday Night. Watch on Facebook Live. A Voice News, American Voice, Roku, Pluto, Dish. And look at all these, loud. Shut the fuck up. Why is that so goddamn loud? Too loud, Terrence Williams. You stupid fuck. But here's his lineup. It's Terrence Williams. Hooray. Oh, Steve McGrew. Benny Johnson. Never heard of him. The Deplorable Choir. Oh, that sounds amazing. Nick Peterson. Still never heard of him. Never heard of that guy. Nope. Never heard of him. Jack Vale. Nope. Oh, I heard of the Hodge twins. Oh, it must be great if you have these fucking meathead, dumbass motherfuckers. Two of the stupidest fucks you've ever seen on the planet. They just sit there and they just grunt. Yeah, you ain't got no penis. You ain't a man. It's just so ignorant. These two fucking chud dickheads. The Deplorable Saturday Night. Yeah, they always have to copy everything that's popular that the left does. It's basically our version of Saturday Night Live. We're so oppressed, but no, you're not. You got 13,000 likes for this. You're making bank with your goddamn grift. We see the fuck through it. Even though the right doesn't, because, you know, the right never sees through anything, because they're dumb as fuck. And now it's time to cover the Trump news. You guys ready for this? All right, here we go. Here's my beautiful graphic I had made specially for you guys. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Trump's your president. Yep, this is real life, folks. So first off this week, Rick Bright, who is a pandemic expert and he was working for the government, came out and explained how they were keeping him from speaking out, even though he was telling them exactly from the very beginning how dangerous the pandemic of coronavirus would be. They muzzled him. And he's been giving a detailed account of what happened. And here's a short clip. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but they're talking about it on CBS.
And tonight, for the first time, we're getting an inside account of the scramble within the Trump administration as it tried to get a handle on the unfolding pandemic. Today, ousted vaccine expert Rick Bright filed a formal whistleblower complaint alleging his warnings were ignored. CBS's Weijia Zhang is traveling with the president in Phoenix. Weijia.
Nora, Rick Bright's complaint lays out in detail just how devastating he predicted the coronavirus would be and how he tried to get his superiors to listen. Tonight, President Trump is not addressing the bombshell report, focusing instead on reopening the country.
On his first big trip in over a month, President Trump ditched social distancing guidelines to greet the governor of Arizona, Doug Ducey, and later...
Yep, dude, such a bad influence. He cannot be responsible in any way to lead by example, which, you know, so it's not surprised that they try to muzzle and shut this guy up. But he's going public and he's saying, the past few years have been beyond challenging. Time after time, I was pressured to ignore or dismiss expert and scientific recommendations and instead to award lucrative contracts based on political connection. Ousted HHS official Dr. Dick Bright. So yeah, folks, just the corruption right in your face. They're going to get us all killed. They have fucked this up from Jump Street, and it's all about making money for them and their friends, as you might can imagine. And it's just a bizarro world, folks. It's a bizarro world. Trump literally went to a factory that makes masks without wearing a mask, while in the back, Live and Let Died blared over the radio. Like, what the how can this be real, folks? Look at this fucking asshole. He just can't stand to be responsible in any way, to lead by example in any way. Literally at a mask factory, not wearing a mask. Good God, folks. And so, unsurprisingly, one of the main people in his cabinet is now got coronavirus. Katie Miller. Katie Miller is the wife of Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is Trump's #1 right-hand man. Now his wife has the Rona. And here's what the idiot had to say about it. Listen how stupid he is, folks. Listen to how dumb the leader of the free world is.
Questions? John?
Can you bring us up to speed about the member of the vice president's staff who is now tested positive for coronavirus? This is now the second staffer in the West Wing.
Yeah, well, I don't know much about it. Does anybody want to talk about it? She's a wonderful young woman. Katie, she tested very good for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden today she tested positive. She hasn't come into contact with me. She spent some time with the vice president. It's, I believe, the press person, right? You'd say press person. So she tested positive out of the blue. This is why the whole concept of tests aren't necessarily great. The tests are perfect, but something can happen between a test where it's good and then something happens and all of a sudden she was tested very recently and tested negative. And then today, I guess, for some reason, she tested positive. So Mike knows about it, and Mike has done what he has to do. I think he is on an airplane going to some faraway place, but you'll be able to ask him later on. But they've taken all of the necessary precautions. I understand Mike has been tested, Vice President.
Yeah, she was tested negative, and then for some reason, she suddenly tested positive. I wonder what that could be, because she got the virus. That's how it works, motherfucker. You test negative and you get the virus, and then you test positive, right? That's really easy to understand. God, this dude is fucking dumb as shit. But apparently this is Stephen Miller in quarantine. He found out about it. Yep, there he is. One of the main people in charge of our government, Stephen Miller. He's literally like a young Dr. Evil. An incredibly evil man. But here you go, folks. Here's his wife. And they're showing just how she can spread this virus to everybody. Look at her, no mask. They can't be, like I said, they can't be responsible at all. They can't set examples at all, so none of them are wearing masks up on TV, and she's not. And look, she can get Fauci infected. She's breathing all over everybody, talking to everybody, blowing her corona all over fucking everybody. Just the dumbest fucks in the world, running everything. And here she is at a healthcare facility where Pence delivered masks yesterday, and she's the only one not wearing a mask, because of course she is. Why would she be wearing a mask, folks? Why would they try to set an example at all for the rest of the public? They're just evil, stupid shitheads. That's who's in charge of fucking shit right now. We have to get them out of office, folks. I'm sorry. I'm never voting for Biden. No, fuck you then. Don't understand me, Dusty. Like, if you don't help and do everything you can to get these people out of office, then, you know, if you're shaped by that, then that ain't my fucking fault, right? And Morning Joe aired this video. And we've seen clips of this video before, folks. But when you put it all together, it is very, very damning. And got to get this guy out of office, folks. This is why we have, like, going on 80,000 deaths right now. Because he's as incompetent as any president has ever been. Let's watch.
Despite the president early on insisting to anyone who would listen that he had it all under control.
We have to get our country open, Jeff.
Can you say, sir, what metrics you will use to make that decision?
The metrics right here. That's my metrics. That's all I can do.
Are the words about a pandemic at this point?
No, we're not at all, and we have it totally under control. It's one person. We think we have it very well under control. By April, you know, in theory, when it gets a little warmer, it miraculously goes away. When it gets warm, historically, that has been able to kill the virus. That's around the corner, so that will be a great thing. The numbers are going to get progressively better as we go along. And if you go back 6 months or 3 months ago, nobody would have ever predicted. When you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero, that's a pretty good job we've done. No, I don't think it's inevitable. I don't think it's inevitable. They say, oh, he should do more. No, there's nothing more you can do.
We haven't seen an increase, and people are getting better. Almost everybody that we see is getting better. And it could be everybody, too.
The Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. They can't even count their votes in Iowa. They tried the impeachment hoax, and this is their new hoax. But, you know, we did something that's been pretty amazing. We're 15 people in this massive country. The press is in hysteria mode. CNN, fake news, and their camera just went off. Unfortunately, one person passed away overnight. Since the early stages of the foreign outbreak, my administration has taken the most aggressive action in modern history. That really turned out to be a lifesaver in a sense, big lifesaver. Some people will have this at a very light level and won't even go to a doctor or a hospital. They'll get better. Anybody that needs a test gets a test. They're there. They have the tests. And the tests are beautiful. The tests are all perfect. The transcription was perfect. We're doing a great job with it, and it will go away. Because of what I did and what the administration did with China, we have 32 deaths at this point. Other countries that are smaller countries have many, many deaths. It's a very contagious virus. It's incredible, but it's something that we have tremendous control of. You're talking about the virus? No, that's not under control for any place in the world. I think I read. No, I didn't. I was talking about what we're doing is under control, but I'm not talking about the virus. I've always known this is a pandemic. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. We have very great approval numbers. I mean, people like the job that we're doing. The only thing we weren't prepared for was the media. The media has not treated it fairly.
What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. I think it's a very nasty question. I've been right a lot. Let's see what happens, John.
A month ago, the CDC had an initial test that failed. At that moment, late February, you said it's perfect. And it wasn't perfect.
Well, what I said
in late February.
What I said is perfect was my conversation with the head of the Ukraine. That's what I really said is perfect. Okay, that was another whole scandal nonsense, a total, witch hunt. But nobody ever expected a thing like this.
We got to get back to work, and I think we can start by opening up certain parts of the country.
On Easter, we probably, that could be a peak. That could be a peak period. That could be the peak, sadly to say, that could be the peak number of deaths before it starts coming down. That this is going to be gone. It'll be gone. Hopefully gone for a long time. What do you have to lose? I'll say it again. What do you have to lose? Take it. I really think they should take it. Hydroxychloroquine. Try it, if you'd like. Did anybody in this room think a thing like this could happen? But it happened. They don't have to appreciate me at all. I don't care about me. I wish you'd ask the question differently. Why don't you say it's gotten off to a tremendous start, but there were some little glitches, which, by the way, have been worked out. I wish we had a fair media in this country, and we really don't. Speaking of unfair, go ahead. We have to get our country open, Jeff.
You say, sir, what metrics you will use to make that decision?
The metrics right here. That's my metrics. That's all I can do. There's always a risk. This is genius that we're fighting. We're fighting this hidden enemy, which is genius, okay? It's genius. The way it's attacked so many countries. All I'm saying is this: how do you close down the greatest economy in the history of the world when on January 17th you have no cases and no death? When on January 21st you have one case and no death. One case. Think of that. What we inherited from the previous administration was totally broken. We inherited broken testing. Now we have great testing. Like today, I'm instructing my administration to halt funding of the World Health Organization. I was angry because this should have been told to us. It should have been told to us early. It should have been told to us a lot sooner. People knew it was happening, and people didn't want to talk about it. The head of a country doesn't have to say, stay in. These people are smart people. Nobody ever thought this could have happened, a thing like this. We inherited a lot of garbage. We took, they had tests that were no good. They had, all the stuff was no good.
Literally inherited a pandemic team that he disbanded. Literally was handed by the Obama administration a buffed up CDC who was on the ground in China, which he completely disbanded. So we don't have our people on the ground in China to help them and to tell us the truth about what's happening there. So I could go on with this video, but it doesn't matter if he lies, folks. It doesn't matter what he says. It's a cult. And I just believe it, regardless if you can watch the video for yourself and see for your own eyes that he lies and he continues to lie. But, it doesn't matter. Greatest president ever. And I agree with AOC here. The Trump administration is now projecting 3,000 daily deaths by June, and they are still pushing to reopen. We are now careening towards one 9/11 scale death event per day. This was all preventable with tests, tracing, and policy. Instead, the GOP showered their friends with bailout money. That's exactly what happened, folks. And, you know, at least I'll give the Democrats a little bit of love on this, because they're trying to pass a bill that gives all Americans $2,000 a month for the rest of the pandemic, basically. So, for the duration of this pandemic. So, they probably won't be able to get it passed, but at least they're fucking trying. The two sides are not the same, even though if Democrats are shitty. I do admit they're shitty in a lot of ways, but they're not the fucking same. And of course, Trump is adopting war language to try to make it look like he's a war president, to try to encourage the country, just like Bush did, to go to war with Iraq. He's trying to encourage, you're a warrior if you go out there and get sick and kill people's grandma. Yep, Trump shifts to new warrior cannon fodder messaging. Americans are warriors, must open up regardless. Will some people be affected badly? Yes, but we have to get our country open. Yeah, you're warriors by going out there and killing your grandma and your immunocompromised people. So, same language they've always used to get idiots to do shit that's against their own best interest. And one another reason we got to get this motherfucker out of office, stat. Here he is, bragging about his 247 judges like he's a mob boss. Most of them have like lifetime appointments, folks. Do I think Joe Biden is going to put these same kind of shitheads in these fucking judgeships? No, I don't. Sorry, I don't. And when you got a fucking fascist who's in the White House, and this is one thing TJ said when he was shitting on me because I called Trump a fascist, and he said, no, Trump's not a fascist. I mean, he might be a little more fascist than Biden, but they're both sort of fascist, but it's not fair to call him a fascist. TJ just doing everything he can to cover for his buddy, Cal Kalinske. But anyway, U.S. drops to 45 in ranking of countries based on freedom of the press. Yeah, isn't that important to fight against, folks? We're literally losing our freedoms by the same people who continuously tell us they're the ones who are free speech warriors. So much for that First Amendment right to freedom of the press. The U.S. has dropped to spot 45 in this year's ranking of countries based on press freedom, conducted by NGO Reporters Without Borders. The survey ranked 180 countries based on factors such as pluralism, media independence, media environment, and self-censorship, legislative framework, transparency, and the quality of infrastructure that supports the production of news and information. The index is compiled via a questionnaire distributed to experts based on both quantitative data and qualitative analysis. The U.S. dropped 2 spots on this year's list. Reports believe it calls out new leadership under President Trump as the driver behind U.S. falls. So, yeah, folks, losing our freedom, it's fascism. Creeping fascism! Let's not fucking do anything about it, folks. Nah, Joe Biden's just as bad, isn't he, folks? He's just as bad. They're exactly the same, aren't they? No, they're not. You stupid fuckers. And, this is what our president's doing at 1 o'clock in the morning. The dude's out of his fucking mind. A group of rhino Republicans who failed badly 12 years ago, then again 8 years ago, and then got badly beaten by me, a political first-timer, 4 years ago, have copied, no imagination, the concept of an ad from Ronald Reagan, Morning in America, doing everything possible to get even for all of their many failures. You see, these loser types don't care about 252 new federal judges, 2 great Supreme Court justices, a rebuilt military, a protected Second Amendment, biggest ever tax and regulation cuts, and much more. I didn't use any of them. These are all bad things, folks. These are all reasons to do everything we can to get them in office. Because they don't know how to win, and their so-called Lincoln Project is a disgrace to Honest Abe. I don't know what Kellyanne did to her deranged loser of a husband, Moonface, but it must have been really bad. John Weaver lost big. I mean, just sitting there calling people moon faces. Like, just the saddest man on the fucking planet is in charge of things. Very, very discouraging. And I guess I'll take a break and read the chats real quick before we move on to more coronavirus depression. What you guys got to say? Are we Trump supporters? Are we Trump fans? Do we love Trump? Or is he the biggest embarrassment in the history of mankind? I'm not TJ, LOL. Okay, cool. Love it when he waves paper around. I know, it's so official. He's doing such a good job. He literally just got rid of the pandemic dream team because Obama put them there. Yep, that's exactly what he did. Everything Obama has done, he has to dismantle because, you know, he's just insecure shithead. Disgusting. His metrics are his dick. It's very tiny. Tiny metrics. Tiny mushroom-shaped metrics. Cult to Dusty, a gay meteorologist in the Twin Cities, got fired for retweeting criticism of Trump and the anti-lockdown Republicans. Here's the link. I don't see any link, but I am not surprised to hear that. So much for freedom of the press. Do you like DC's Joker 2019 movie? Yeah, I thought it was a good movie. I've seen it about 3 or 4 times. Great performance by Joaquin Phoenix. So, this guy just plain bad at his job. Rose into work at noon, and then they move the furniture so they can explain foreign affairs through interpretive dance. I know they pretend like he works 18 hours a day. It's just absolutely ridiculous. All right, let me read the super chats before we continue on with the show. Let me see what the other chat has to say. For fuck's sakes, vote for Biden. Bernie Sanders fans, you better get over your damn temper tantrum real quick. Yep, agreed. Quit being whiny piss babies because you didn't get everything you want. Ignore the whippet haters. They're ignored. I mean, I don't know. I don't do whippets, so I would never do that. My cracker is here next to me. All right. I don't use crackers, though. Never mind. I fucking love whippets. I don't know. Don't know about that. I've heard bad things, so wouldn't do it. All right, let me read the super chat. Wish I could figure out how to fucking pop this window out, but there's no way to do it. Like, this doesn't do it. This just puts you in timeout or hides you or adds you as a moderator. This doesn't pop out the fucking window. YouTube fucked everything up. Rain Mandel says, have a great weekend, Dusty. I will, Rain Mandel. Appreciate that. Awesome Gaming, $5. What do you think about the unemployment rate is 14% and somehow the stock market is up? I know it's like the best week in the stock market since like the Great Depression or some shit. And, yep. 30 million or so people unemployed. That just shows you that the stock market is not connected to the real people at all, right? It has nothing to do with us. And a guy gave me 400 Indian rubles. Is that what it is? Let's see how many of that is. That's $5.30. $5.30. Appreciate that. What do you think about the unemployment rate is for... hey, Dusty, I'm a big fan from India. Hey, awesome. Ex-Hindu, now an atheist. I hope you take on crazy Hindu beliefs soon. Logic. All right, well, send me some links on Twitter. At Cultodusty1, and I'll take a look at that. Passionately defending Biden makes you look silly. No, not passionately standing up against fascism makes you look silly. You know, not passionately standing up against women losing their right to choose for the next 30 years because Supreme Court nominees are lifetime appointees, right? Not passionately standing up against the guy who doesn't actually believe in global warming at a time where scientists say we don't have another 4 years to waste. All of that makes you look silly, right? Pretending in any way they're the fucking same makes you look dumb as fucking shit. But I'll take your money. Thank you, Mike Kim. And Melodruck, $2. Thank you, Melodruck. Appreciate that. And let's continue on with the show. Hell yeah. All right. So, next up. Here's the people in Atlanta. Remember all those people in Atlanta ignoring all the social distancing recommendation after their government lifted the stay-at-home orders? Well, the bad news is they didn't fare so well. But the good news is they want payback. So, yep. All the people that died in Atlanta and in Georgia because they opened up too soon. Here they are, behind Trump.
This is a big moment in our history because we're opening up our country again.
Get him, bite his ass.
People are coming out.
Yeah,
they're starting to go around and see what's happening. They've been sort of shut down.
Go for the juggler, bite his ass. Stupid fucking Trump. And here he is sitting out in front of the Lincoln Memorial. He did an interview. And he basically claimed that he is the most criticized, badly treated president since Lincoln. They literally shot Lincoln in the face, motherfucker! Or in the back of the head. Oh my goddamn hell, it's just every day playing the victim. Every day whining. Where are you motherfuckers at who always talk about how you cannot stand when people play the victim? When people don't take responsibility for shit. Yet this guy's your hero, it just shows you that you're full of shit. You don't practice what you fucking preach. And I like these deep fakes, folks. You know, maybe we should not have elected Joe Exotic as the president of the United States. They're so fucking similar if you watch the Tiger King. Very similar person. And here's Trump supporters for you. Scott Lively says Christians must prepare to wage a violent revolution, folks. He's literally calling for terrorist cells, Christian terrorist cells in America, to prepare for violently killing people over the coronavirus. And they're just saying it outright. Right Wing Watch. Let's go, Right Wing Watch. Do it. Do the thing.
We need to be establishing a network of believers everywhere that can operate in an underground fashion
That's a terrorist
as
cell.
believers. Because if this thing continues in the trend that it seems to be, we may be evolving here, or in a revolutionary speed, entering into an emerging beast government. And if all this is coming down this fast, we're going to need to have something like an underground railroad in which believers who are fleeing persecution are going to be able to have some way of escape. And that has to be done by person-to-person, low-tech contact between remnant believers in Jesus Christ. That's the other thing that should be taking place right now. And if these people truly are intending to destroy America so they can bring in their global socialist system, or even a national socialist system, then violence is appropriate in response in the most measured possible way. Right? That's the idea. If at all possible, you disarm the zombies trying to kill you without hurting them. Right? But if it's not possible, you do whatever is necessary to stop them from killing you and your family or putting you into slavery. That, I believe, is the duty of an American.
Just literally trying to scare people to be violent, folks. But the left is more violent. Antifa. Some dude at Antifa hit somebody in the head with a Bach like 5 years ago. So Antifa. It's the left. No, motherfuckers. It's the right. Have always been more violent. They're just right out in your face, trying to scare people into killing other people in the name of their God. That's what they've always done. Man, we have to destroy religion. We have to get these conservatives out of office. Yesterday, stat. And here's Fox News. I hope Fox News gets sued into the ground. I don't give a shit. I know freedom of speech, but this shouldn't be freedom of speech. They're going to get people killed. Literally telling you to go out and get infected by the coronavirus.
I do think you're going to need that kind of ethos and that spirit to put freedom before fear. Listen, there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of misinformation. The experts have been telling us hundreds of thousands of people are going to die. Now that we're learning more, herd immunity is our friend, healthy people getting out there, they're going to have some courage. And we've seen courage. We're going to talk about it later in Texas, where people are defying ridiculous orders. That takes courage. That's not easy. And so I think that spirit, the American spirit, frankly, is in full supply and ready to go. But I do think
yes, American spirit. Get out there and kill people's grandmas. Are you a real American or not? Are you a warrior? Oh my God, just bankrupt them, please. Before it's too fucking late. And here's another one, folks. This is what it's like in where is this at? Arizona. This is how Americans now interpret freedom. Not as a political condition in a democratic society, but as a constant chant of, you're not the boss of me. This is not freedom, or at least not freedom in any political sense. It's a childlike understanding of autonomy. Yes, this is the reopening of Arizona rally. It ends with singing of Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace. Amazing Disgrace, it should be. The host encourages everyone listening to hold hands and touch each other. Yeah. Oh, amazing grace, gonna kill grandma. Let's send her to meet Jesus today. Killed it. Fucking Christians, gonna get us all killed. And yep, I don't even like the movie Idiocracy anymore. I'm over it. But this is how a lot of Trump supporters are, folks. I don't think they're very mentally stable.
Yeah! Thank you, President Trump! Thank you, Q! America!
America!
Land of the free, home of the brave!
Don't encourage that dude. Get him some help. He needs medication, right? There's definitely something mentally wrong with him, and he doesn't need to be encouraged to do this. He needs to be shown to a doctor immediately. And I guarantee you guys, 100% chance this guy is a Trump supporter. Let's see, where Miami Beach Publix, without a mask, goes on a profanity-laced rant about false flag fake pandemic at code enforcement officer. Yep. 100% Trump supporter.
company. This is a false flag, fake pandemic. You are in violation of my fucking constitutional rights and my civil rights. I've already fucking warned you. Fucking expect it. I'm filing a fucking class action lawsuit. You can take your fake fucking global terroristic false flag attack, shove it up your motherfucking ass. You're terrorists. You're in violation of my constitutional and civil rights. Fuck you, motherfucker. There's no pandemic. I'm filing a fucking lawsuit. I have a right to buy groceries without being forced to participate in your fucking terrorism. Fuck you.
Excuse me? You need to wear a mask. Do you understand that? To come in the store?
You're violating my constitutional
Okay, well,
rights.
this is private property.
This private fucking property has food. I have a right to buy food without being forced
No, you
to
don't.
participate in a fake global false flag pandemic. There's no pandemic. Fuck you! You motherfuckers are gonna get fucking mass arrested and fucking executed for fucking terrorism. Fuck you!
Get away if you don't give a shit. We have a right to give a shit what we care about. You go away.
Fuck you, bitch.
Fuck me, I don't give a shit.
Get him. Get his ass.
Then just go. Leave her alone.
That's a fucking child, dude. Oh my God.
Dispatch. Dispatch. Oh, 07 dispatch. It's okay.
Imagine being such a fucking baby, calling for the executions of people who just want you to wear a mask in their store so you don't get people sick. It's just, it's Trump's America, folks. Do we want another 4 years of this? Yeah, let's have another 4 years of this. You look stupid fucking telling people to vote for Biden over this, Dusty. Aren't you so stupid? Here's another Trump supporter. No doubt about it, wiping his nose on an employee at the Dollar Tree because they want him to wear a mask. So stupid wanting to get rid of this, aren't you, Dusty? These fucking terrorist. It's a terrorist right there. That should be a hate crime. Lock his ass up. Employee reminded him that they're supposed to be wearing a mask. Hell no, I ain't wearing a mask. Freedom. I'm gonna write my name on you because I got freedom. Trump. And we literally have a president of the United States encouraging this behavior, folks. Liberate these states! Why he himself doesn't wear a mask anywhere. Literally doesn't wear a mask to the mask factory. Good goddamn. And this behavior is even spreading to other countries like Canada. Canada's supposed to be nice. Canada's supposed to be where the good people live, right? So this dude just walks up to an Asian lady. Doesn't know if she's Chinese or not. Just fucking punches her in the face for no reason. Look at this shit. Walks up and smacks her. Just this fucking stranger.
This is a disgusting act, an assault on an innocent person.
Yes.
We don't want to see this type of crime happen to anybody in any community around our city or anywhere in Metro Vancouver. We're not going to tolerate this, and if this is a hate crime, we will be investigating it as that.
Good. Lock this motherfucker up. Looks like a hate crime. What else is he walking over punching her for? Just didn't seem to say anything to him. And this has happened all over the place where kids in school or Asian have been attacked. Asian people are getting attacked all over the place. Have nothing to do with them. But that's the kind of fear and hatred that is being spreaded in the world in which Trump is president. Sad, sad. And, you know, they're just outright saying it now, folks. They're fine with killing your grandma. What a twist. Here she is back in 2017, Bethany Mandel. We need to start befriending neo-Nazis, don't we? We need to quit being so mean to neo-Nazis. Let's make buddies out of them. Don't she want to be friends with neo-Nazis? And now here she is today, 3 years later. You can call me a grandma killer. Good. You're a grandma killer, you piece of shit. I'm not sacrificing my home food on the table, all of our docs and dentists, every form of pleasure, museums, zoos, restaurants, all my kids' teachers in order to make other people comfortable. You see how quickly that shifted? I'm okay with killing your grandmother, but I'm just not willing to make people comfortable. I'll kill your grandmother, but I'm not gonna make people other comfortable. If you want to stay locked down, do it. I'm not. And here's the full tweet she put out. Every single person saying the economic cost is too great to contain this pandemic would be silent on that front if this virus targeted the young and healthy instead of the elderly and vulnerable. We all know it. You can call me a grandma killer. I'm not sacrificing my home. So yeah, they're just outright saying if they don't give a shit about your grandmother, they want to go to the zoo, right? They want to go to a museum. Who cares if in certain old folks' homes hundreds of people are dead? Hey, who gives a fuck, right? The zoo. You gotta see me a monkey. And this is what it's causing, folks. Here's Karen Christensen. R.I.P. Todd Christensen. My husband died on May 1st, and his doctor called me less than 2 hours ago and said it was the coronavirus. He was an avid MAGA that believed in the conspiracies promoted by Fox News and others, refused to go to a hospital because he said the flu is worse. I want to thank you, the Salem Police Department and the Salem Fire Department, who responded. They were very kind and patient, while we had to wait a couple hours just to get a special van from Portland to transport my husband to a local funeral home. He was given a mask doused in disinfectant. So anyway, yeah, that's the kind of shit Fox News is causing. It's the kind of shit that Trump is causing. People just dying all over the place. And I guess I'll stop and read the chat real quick, and then we'll get on with the Chud Watch. Chud Watch! Talking about Chud Watch! Alright, we'll do the graphic for that in a minute. Let's see. Super Chats! Lane, dig it up. I already skipped one. Melodramatic. Drink the bleach is the new drink the Kool-Aid. I know they used to make fun of people who did the Tide Pod Challenge, and now basically the president is a Tide Pod Challenge. Lane Diggity $5. What up, Dusty? What up, Lane Diggity? I've had enough with these busters. If they lose this election for us, I swear they will never get another candidate. I'm done. Like, even if they don't lose the election, they will send a message to the DNC that they don't need the far left anymore, which is even worse in my opinion. They lose all their fucking leverage, so it's bad. Bad all the way around. Lee Spanner, $2. Keep up the good fight. I will, Lee Spanner. Appreciate that. I can't swear. Damn Fuzzies treats. I will buy Fuzzies a treat in your honor. Asher Scott's $1.49. Appreciate that. Super Chat's loading up. That's all right. Not gonna shield too much more. But if you guys want to help out the show, consider sending me some Super Chat money. Most of it goes to the dogs and the animals and whatnot. And let me read the regular chat real quick. What you guys got to say in the regular chat. A lot of people bitching about this whole thing are the ones who didn't plan ahead and have no savings. I know, right? I can't shit on them too hard because I don't have any savings, so... Paycheck to paycheck. What you gonna do? I quit my job in restaurant industry because I don't want to risk getting my granny sick. Well, that's good of you. Definitely dangerous. Some of the most dangerous employees right now. They should be getting hazard pay working in our food industries. Talk about the nose wiping thing. The anti-Asian thing is definitely a hate crime. Yep, they both are, in my opinion. Lock their asses up, these fucking terrorists. Vote third party. Yeah, that's a good thing to do right now. Like, if you're going to make a fucking stand and vote third party, do it when Trump is not running, okay? Maybe the next election, if you got to make this big stand, okay, I'm with you. But not while fucking Trump is goddamn in office. Not while fascism is staring us in the face. Not another 4 years of that, sorry. Don't make that stand right now. Seriously. Pick your shots, motherfuckers. Now is not the time for that stupid bullshit. Dave Rubin should name his next book, Don't Buy This Book. Well, that's a great name for me, because I ain't going to buy that motherfucker anyway. Dave Rubin is more boring than staring at the wall. True that. Don't get it. But, I guess some people like that sort of thing. Alright. Continue on with the show. Let me get out my graphic for Chud Watch. Took me days to make this Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. Gonna watch Chuds and make fun of them. I invented that tune myself, folks. I know it sounds familiar, but you never heard it anywhere else. I am the originator of that tune. And I lost my place. Stupid Dusty lost his place. Here we go. Is it right here, I think? This is the lesbian Dave Rubin. Ariel Scarcella. She had to leave the left because the left is getting too fucking dumb. Let me actually show you the other thing first. Let me show you Vadim's. Where is Vadim's thing? Here we go. So she's basically platforming Holocaust denier, white supremacist, a guy who literally goes on Red Ice TV, which is one of the main white supremacy channels. I think he's doing a white supremacist podcast now. This is Sticks and Hammer, Shik. And here she is, platforming him and showing him off because he agrees with her about LGBT acceptance being down. I wonder why it's down. Could it be down because you motherfuckers keep searching out the minutia that LGBT is doing and blow it up and put it in the face of Republicans and other shitheads who just watch YouTube to get their daily dose of outrage? Could that be it? Or is it their fault? Is it their fault or your fault? I'm saying it's your fault, dipshits. But anyway, here she is.
I found this video by a user named Sticks. He makes a lot of great points in this video where he talks about why he thinks the rate of LGBT acceptance is down.
The opportunists, gay rights a la the millennial generation was like, hey, gay people are the same as you, treat people with respect. Live and let live, leave people alone. Now gay pride has stepped in and it's, you know, people with glitter and a dildo stuck to their forehead.
Who cares?
That's the way it's organized. That's the way it's portrayed.
Glitter is okay, not dildos.
Though. It's not though. Like maybe a few of them do that, but that is not the bulk of what is happening at gay pride parades. I've been to gay pride parades, and like, yeah, some of it is like really, really in your face, which is fine. They're just having fun, but a lot of it is not like that. But so if you obviously point out that stuff and pretend like it's the bulk of it, you can upset your chud-ass fan base who actually gives a shit about that type of stupid thing. But you shouldn't even give a shit about that, period. Who gives a fuck? If every one of them had a dildo in their head, who gives a shit? The fuck is it business of yours? You're just trying to find something to be outraged about and to sell to your Republicans who listen to you so they'll give you fucking money for it. That's all you're doing. You're fucking shills and con artists.
Really just personally don't want to see dildos in my pride parade.
Don't look at it then. I don't want to see dildos. What the fuck's wrong with you? Are you a child? Who gives a fuck about a goddamn dildo, dude?
That when I was a kid, they always said, yeah, they gassed him with Zyklon B. The problem being Zyklon B is actually a delousing agent. It's a mostly harmless chemical. You would have to get it all over yourself. The thing is, these handprints that people talk about on the walls and so forth, they can't even prove they're contemporary to the time period. The famous Auschwitz shower was quite literally a showering station. What's not clear is if this was a deliberate extermination effort on a grand scale or whether they were primarily focusing on eliminating criminals and the sick.
Yeah, just in your face Holocaust denier from this white supremacist. So yeah, Ariel Scarcella, way to fucking platform this dude. Way to show him off. And so obviously they shit on her for this. No shit, using a few quotes doesn't mean you agree with all of his opinions, but don't you think it's a bit strange that your opinions on the LGBTQ community line up with the opinions of a fascist Holocaust denier? And she's like, no, LOL, I don't think it's strange at all, no. It's not strange that my newfound hatred for SJWs lines up perfectly with the alt-right and these white supremacist douchebags. No, and it's not really. It's not strange at all. It's exactly what you would expect to happen. This is the people that get upset about things like dildos. This are the people who have problems with LGBTQ acceptance. And so when you made this heel turn over to, oh my God, I can't be a lefty anymore because some of the left is crazy. Obviously, that's the crowd you're going to attract. That's the crowd you were trying to attract because that's where the grift bucks lie. That's where the anti-SJW grift bucks have always been. It's always 2016 with these motherfuckers. It'll never change, but hilarious. Love to see them hoisted by their own petard. And fucking Trump has literally retweeted out this person. This is Laura Loomer, and she's also on a program with this white supremacist Sticks and Hammer. Yeah. Donald Trump supporting people directly who are just out there in your fucking face platforming and appearing with white supremacists because this is America, folks. Yeah, it's stupid to try to fight against this, Dusty. Biden will be exactly the same. Yeah, sure he will, won't he? You fucking ignorant goddamn dipshits. And, frustrating. And You guys might have seen this. I didn't actually watch it, but I heard about it on the YouTube, on the Twitters actually. They got this new conspiracy documentary out there called Plandemic, which is supposedly from some kind of doctor who's claiming that this is all a giant conspiracy theory to kill people. But don't believe it, folks. She did not work for Fauci. She worked at the NCI for 20 years with Frank Ruscetti. Ruscetti is the director of some other organization. Her work linking XMRV to chronic fatigue syndrome has been completely discredited by multiple labs. She was fired as the director of the Whitmore-Peterson Institute for mishandling a cell line that had been sent to her erroneously. She was arrested in jail for 5 days, not years, for stealing equipment from the institute where she was fired from. She has not published since 2012. She is now an anti-vaxxer and makes false claims about transmitting human pathogens through vaccines. She wrote a book entitled Plague of Corruption and now claims her research was discredited as a part of a scheme spearheaded by Fauci to prevent the world from realizing what the true cause of cancer is. So it's horseshit, conspiracy theory horseshit. That's all the right puts out there. And I know I'm going to hear from my mom and from my uncle that they believe this kind of shit. And last show I told you guys about our governor, Taint. I think that's his name, Taint Reeves. And he was saying how he's going to open up the Mississippi businesses again, even though Friday we just had the largest death rate in the history of the state as far as pandemics are concerned. He was like, no, I don't care about that. Who cares about that? I'm going to reopen anyway. Well, guess he's changed his mind and not reopening anymore. He's canceling reopening because he took so much shit. So good to see that. Taint Reeves made the right call. Hooray for the Taint. And man, I'm rolling through this shit. Might finish the show early tonight. Might do a short show tonight. Short show tonight. And speaking of chuds, folks, here's intellectual dark web wannabe. Hard to believe this human being is a real dude. Literally was a professor. Some college hired this motherfucker. I kid you not. There's a 2-minute video of Gadsad flogging himself for being a straight Western man, in which he plugs his Patreon at the end. I'm not going to kink shame, whatever makes you happy. Like, they got to play the victim no matter what. Oh my God, the woke scones. Oh my God, I got to fucking flog myself for being a straight Western man. It's so terrible. God damn it, you guys are so fucking pathetic. There's nothing more pathetic than these white motherfuckers. I guess he's white. I don't know what he is. Maybe he's Middle Eastern, but he looks white as shit. Pretending that somebody is goddamn oppressing you. Always got to play the victim. These fucking snowflakes. And speaking of Judd Watch, somebody brought to my attention that I guess Vaush had a softball interview with Chris Reagan. I guess, like, I'm not surprised. I figured that's what's going to happen. I mean, Vaush seems to be insistent on whitewashing and help rehabilitating the images of these anti-SJWs who have made absolutely no effort on their own platforms to own up to the shit they've done and make amends to the people that they've hurt by the shit they've spread. Like Chris Reagan's on record saying he wants Trump to win because he thinks it'd be funny. Here he is in 2017. Trans women are biologically male. Sexuality is based on sex, etc. Male, female, unless it's a full transition. It's pretty obviously gay. I mean, he just has a history of this, but for some reason, Vaush really wants to whitewash these people's careers. Like when he had TJ on there and let TJ whitewash his image for his left-wing audience and all his left-wing audience. TJ so based. And TJ said he was going to make a video pointing out, using clips from his past videos, showing where he basically sold out his integrity to spread an alt-right narrative. Never did it. Shion Head was on there, said she was going to make a video apologizing for leading the racist bullying against Leslie Jones and all the other shit she did. Never did it. Voss just doesn't hold anybody's feet to the fire. He just wants to whitewash them, and I guess it's fine because he's making, like, we're being rewarded for it. They're all being rewarded for it. They're all, like, working together for this shit, so I don't know. Whatever. I didn't even see this shit, so maybe it wasn't a softball. This person's just telling me this. But sort of disappointed to see, but also not surprising whatsoever. And the LAPD, all cops are bastards, are under investigation. Like, look at this fucking coward, dudes. God damn it, this makes my blood boil. The guy just standing there. And the guy can't fight back, because he knows that if you fight back against a cop, they're going to put you under the jail. They're going to shoot you. So this fucking bully just sitting there wailing on a guy he knows can't punch him back. There is no bigger fucking cowardice than this. Look at this chubby fuck. You're not tough. You're not a badass. You're a goddamn cowardly son of a fucking bitch for doing this. For knowing this guy can't fucking fight back. If that guy could fight back, he would whoop your cop ass. Take your badge off, take your gun off, and step into the ring and let this motherfucker beat the shit out of you. But you won't because you're a fucking chubby ass cowardly son of a cock, right? Fuck you. And this one standing by should also be fired. Fucking fire all these motherfuckers. Put them in jail. Make examples out of these motherfuckers, in my opinion. Enough is enough of this fucking shit. pissing me the fuck off. Speaking of shit that pisses me the fuck off, did you guys see this one? This went viral this week. So this black guy was out jogging in the neighborhood. Now, some people are claiming that he was behind robberies in the neighborhood. I don't know if there's any evidence that suggests that that's true. I don't want to say it's not true in case something comes out in the future where they find evidence of this, and I'll look stupid. But so far, there's no evidence of this happening. It's basically like the Trayvon Martin situation, where these two dudes just thought he was doing something nefarious. So they basically chased him down in their car and pulled guns on him. And so basically he's trying to defend himself and grab the gun away from the guy. And so they just shoot him dead. Jogging while black. Warning before you guys watch this, you're about to see death. So if that bothers you, you might want to look away for a second or pause the video for a second. But here he is. He's jogging and they pull in front of him. And he tries to run around their truck and get away. And the guy pulls a shotgun on him. So he basically goes up and tries to get the shotgun away from him. And yep, they shoot him dead. Jogging while black. Can't do that. And yep, he dead. So it's America, folks. And they didn't even charge these guys at first. Now they're both arrested after there was an outcry by the public. But for a while, they just let this shit go as some kind of self-defense. He was black trying to get my shotgun away from him, so I had to shoot him in the face. So people are outraged, and they should be. You know, Black Lives Matter. They still matter. I'm guessing there's going to be some more activism for Black Lives Matter over this issue, and there should be. And I'm sure, like, conservatives are just going to deny it's a problem. No, man, it ain't a problem. Racism is over. So I guess I'll take a break and read the chat since we got plenty of time. We're rolling through all this shit tonight. They finally been charged with murder. Yep, they finally got charged. Should put those guys under the fucking jail. Straight up murder in my mind. Agreed, she is. Or they are. I hate crooked cops like these guys on video. I know. Imagine what they did before there was video. Like, they know that they could be filmed and they're still doing this shit. Imagine what they did before. It's just insane. Now that is oppressing, not a small but a loud group on Twitter. True that. No holds barred, 8 rounds. Shoe versus Leslie Jones. That would be funny. Chris Ray Gun is total garbage. Pretty lady, I'm flaming. You gotta drink bleach, old lady. Just a fucking Jerry Lewis impersonating motherfucker. Don't understand it, but what are you gonna do? He's one of the ones that helped make Kekistan real popular. That fucking... I guess some people don't think it's racist, but it was definitely taken over by racist. And he did nothing but shit on Hillary repeatedly while giving Trump a pass. He absolutely did the thing where he helped the left-leaning people who were in his audience much, much less likely to vote for Hillary Clinton and much more likely to vote for Trump. They all did this shit. They all don't take responsibility for it. And I guess they're just going to get their image whitewashed. They don't ever have to make amends for it. They don't ever have to use the same platform they used to spread this bullshit to try to undo the harm. They're just going to get accepted by the left. Like, I literally... When Chris Ray Gun was saying that shit about trans people, when he was saying all this bullshit he was saying, I literally called him out for it. And his response was to call me old and to insinuate that I have dementia and I need elder care. Instead of addressing what I was saying at all, this is how they all responded to me. By telling people not to listen to me because I was old. Let's just whitewash this shit now, folks. Let's never hold anybody accountable for any of the bad things they do. We need a coalition bill with these shitheads, don't we? No, we don't. Because what happens is, when you fucking whitewash their image, you send lefties over to them who are more likely to listen to them. And the narrative they are spreading, the overall narrative they are spreading is to shit on Biden 10 times for every one time they shit on Trump, and to make the left-wing audience you send over to them more likely to not vote for Biden, not to vote for period, or to vote for Trump, which absolutely is going to help Trump take and maintain power. So by whitewashing their image and sending lefties over there who are going to be influenced by them, you're absolutely helping Trump stay in power. You are. Now, whether you give a shit about that or not, it doesn't seem like it. But that's what the fuck's happening. Look at Shoeonhead's fucking goddamn Twitter feed. Has she stopped in any way obsessing over Joe Biden and shitting on him hard in ways that she don't shit on Trump, making her left-wing audience less likely to vote for him? No, she hasn't. Even though Vosh assured us that he had spoken to her, and she was going to do this whole thing about bullying Biden and switch it up to where she makes sure her fans are more likely to vote for Biden. No. Hasn't done that. No feet held to the fire. No accountability whatsoever. Just whitewashing and sending lefties over to be fed this narrative that makes it more likely that Trump is going to get elected. Fuck that bullshit. Yes, I'm going to keep speaking out against it. I don't agree with this. I think this is going to be harmful to my fucking people. Zyklon B is made of cyanide, you fucking piece of shit. Who cares? You don't care about that. It's edgy to be a Holocaust denier. Yeah, it's cool. I make lots of fucking money from doing that. Cult of Dusty, any chance of Vadim and Tim will create another podcast now that we're all stuck inside with nothing to do? I have no idea. I haven't heard from them. Like, I do this podcast 3 days a week now, so I'm not really sure I have time to do anything else as far as that goes. Although, like, we only did one episode in like 7 months, so I probably could fit that into my schedule. Cult of Dusty, just to clarify, police hitting the black dude is true oppression, not PC police. That's the small minority on Twitter out loud. Yep, that's oppression right in your face. That's the real shit, but they deny it. All these people deny it. Bro, she doesn't have to do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. It must be nice to have to worry about what Trump will do for the next 4 years. It would be nice to not have to worry about it. Definitely. I mean, I'm just bored with Trump anyway. Like, let's make fun of Biden for the next 4 years. Let's see what the fuck else is on. Let's change the goddamn channel. Even if you think they're exactly the same, aren't you just tired of listening to Trump's voice? Wouldn't it be funner to make fun of Biden for the next 4 years instead? Switch it up a little bit? That's what I'm saying. So, all right, let me see if there's any new super chats before we continue on with the show. Lane Diggity sent me one, but I can't see what Lane Diggity said, so let me go back over here and see if it pops up. Here we go. Dusty, please watch Cal go off on Biden for doing a commercial with Key. He's kind of blaming Biden for unemployment. This dude has to be stopped. Agreed. But, like, people like TJ are going to go out there and defend him. TJ was like, yeah, like, I think you guys should vote for Biden, but there's not really that much difference between Biden and Trump. TJ was basically selling Kalinski's position that it's okay to think there's not a whole big giant difference between the two candidates when there fucking is. And TJ did it also by completely misrepresenting Joe Biden's platform. They're exactly the same on foreign policy. They're not. They're exactly the same on trade. They're not. Just has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He's clearly never looked into it, but he's got a shill for his buddy, Cal Kalinske. So, fuck TJ. We aren't voting for Bush Jr. Stop being dumb, Avenue Pad. True that. Where's Baby Yoda? I need a dose of Baby Yoda. I don't know. She's above me. She's up behind me. I can't reach her right now. So, sorry, can't reach Baby Yoda right now. Maybe she'll come down before the show's over. All right, let's check the super chats. Good, there's another rational lefty out there. Hell yeah, you know it. All about the rationality. It's just a difference of opinion bullshit, I know, right? Both sides, am I right? Asher Scott, $1.49 for Kitty Cat, thank you. All right, that's all the super chats for tonight. Slow super chats tonight, but what you gonna do? Can't complain about it too much. All right, here's some Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda, little monster Baby Yoda. Yeah, sweet Baby Yoda. She getting so pear-shaped. She's so spoiled. She getting fat as fuck, ain't you, Miss Baby Yoda? But you a sweet baby girl. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Yes, you so sweet. You so sweet, Baby Yoda. Sometimes you're sweet. Sometimes you a monster, aren't you? You like to get under the covers and claw Daddy's flesh, don't you? It makes you so happy. She just purrs so loud when she's clawing my flesh. She's so happy to hurt Daddy. Mwah. Mwah, you sweet baby. Okay. Thank you for being my star for a second. Appreciate that. Next up, we're going to talk about this Venezuela coup. This is a crazy story, folks. Like, I'm no expert on Venezuela or any of this shit, but apparently some American contractor sent his mercenaries over to Venezuela to try to kidnap the president of that country and install this other guy who was, I guess, recognized by many countries around the world as being the rightful leader in Venezuela, but he doesn't occupy the presidency right now because he's been ousted from the country. So I guess he was involved in some kind of bullshittery where he was hiring an American, almost like a Z or Blackwater, a group of mercenaries to go in and to kidnap the president or whatever. And of course, they all got kidnapped because they were all stupid as fuck. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. They weren't properly funded. I guess it was a Bay of Pigs-like thing. I guess the president of Venezuela is Nicolas Maduro, said Monday that his government had stopped a terrorist assault on the country, killing 8 and capturing more than a dozen of the plotters over 2 days. Maduro, I guess that's how you pronounce it, said they sought to incite the rebellion and possibly kill him. Thousands of Venezuela's reservists were deployed to the country's coast in a show of force, and so wouldn't want to be a mercenary captured by these guys right now. They got to be shitting themselves. But, you know, maybe, like, don't take a job where you go to other countries and try to kill their citizens and kidnap their people if you don't want to be captured and potentially killed. Like, just saying, maybe not do that. Maybe don't be a mercenary, a hired killer for money. You know, sort of you're bad a little bit, in my opinion. And so that was the big news this week as far as Venezuela goes. And I'm sure there's better videos out there on this than I am putting forth right now because I don't know fucking shit about Venezuela, dudes. I am not an expert on that. So what you guys got to think about that? And Costco's is out of fucks to give. Gotta hand it to Costco. This is pretty funny. Here's a message from Sharon. I will not shop at Costco until you remove your mandatory mask rule. Yeah, you fucking goddamn people. I'm not going to shop at your store until you make sure I don't kill grandma. And of course, Costco's like, thank you for taking such a brave stand, Sharon. We look forward to the documentary they will make about you someday. Yep, you're such a hero, Sharon. Way to stand up for the really important things in our country, like not wearing a mask. What a patriot you are, Sharon. A little close to Karen, if you ask me. And the richer you are, folks, the more free shit you get. That's the way it is in this country. It's so fucking frustrating. Here's Mindy Kalig from the Mindy Project and also from The Office. I have a boring but important question. I need a new whole collection of pots and pans, like everything, a wok, a griddle, etc. Is there a brand that sells them all in a pack or box? I want this to be super easy, thank you. And of course, Lucreset. Hi, Mindy. We would love to send you a full set of our colorful, versatile, long-lasting cookware. We've got you covered with a wok, griddle, etc. as well. Now the real question is, which color would you like? Yeah, free shit. You definitely need it, you millionaire, while people are suffering. Why, anybody else in the world could use it more than you. Have some free shit. That's capitalism for you. Am I dreaming? I just got so classy. Thank you. I love blue and yellow. Yay. It's so good being a celebrity that gets free shit. Hooray. Got plenty of time left. Let me chat with you guys a little bit. What's the chat got to say? Please stop. Nobody is buying your Trump apologist arguments. Somebody might be. I'm not. Somebody might be. Bye, Sharon. I know, right? Bye, Felicia. Those mercenaries really are like their government. Yep. The Venezuela coup was the Fire Festival of coups. I know, right? It was pretty hilariously done. Underfunded. Don't know what the fuck they were thinking. How about some pretty boy while I read you guys chat? Pretty boy is so fucking pretty. He's a pretty boy. Anti-fascism is centrist now. I know we're stupid liberals. You don't want fascists to keep control of the country? You liberal. You neoliberal cuck. That's what you are. These fucking new lefties are just dumb as fuck. Fuck mercenaries. I hope they come back to America in peace. It's not looking good for them. Although America might trade for them for something. You never know what's going to happen. I will defo renew my Costco membership this year. Yep, reward them for good behavior. That's what you got to do sometimes. How can you F up SOCOM stuff? The games are off. I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. What is a SOCOM? Had never played that game. Sharing needles? Mindy isn't so bad. Nah, she's not so bad overall. But it's stupid that the rich keep getting richer and getting free shit. That's annoying in my opinion. I don't really have much against her or anything. I've seen every episode of the Mindy Project and every episode of The Office. And she's fine. Got no problem with her. Least funny person on TV? I think Mindy's pretty funny overall. You know, she's alright. Least funny person on TV is Mike Pence. Definitely a scary dude. Cult of Dusty. This is why there are no good celebrities. There might be a few good celebrities out there. I don't want to shit on them all. I'm saying vote for Biden. Is it going to change anything? Depends on what you mean by change anything. Even if he did nothing, literally nothing, it would be better than whatever Trump's going to do. But we know he's going to at least do something. We know that some of the stuff's going to be easy for him to do, like withdrawing Trump's anti-trans ban on the military. Like, he'll do that, definitely, stuff like that. And I'm sure that he'll, like, actually try to pass some kind of very small relief for student loan debt, stuff like that. I'm sure that he will reintegrate a lot of Obama's policies about global warming, because that stuff's easy. He can do all that with just his presidential directives and whatnot. So, but like, even if he does nothing, like I said, it's way better than what Trump's going to do, you know, especially since he's bragging about all the right-wing judges he's putting in there, when he literally, during the debate, said that he's eventually going to pick enough Supreme Court justices where they are going to overturn a woman's right to choose. They are going to get rid of abortion in this country. It's going to happen automatically, he said. So, yeah, that stuff's worth fighting for, and saying that it's not going to change under Biden is simply just not true. You're just pulling shit out of your ass. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you should probably stop embarrassing yourself, in my opinion. But, you know, don't. We need kitty energy. Hell yeah, kitties definitely help. Kitty therapy, all about it. see what else I got here on the chatty chat. Pretty boy's aptly name. I know his name used to be Comet or Tater Tot. Used to be Tater Tot. This is Comet. This is Comet, but I call him Half Stash because I think Half Stash is a better name for him because he's got a little half stash. Show him your half stash. Show him your half stash. You got a little half stash there. And he's a pretty boy, but his original name was Tater Tot. Mr. Tater Tot. Do you look like a tater tot? He's a mean one. He likes to harass all the other cats. If they're fighting, it's probably this one that's fighting with him. He's a big boy, and he gets your asshole, but I love him anyway. I love my fucking little asshole. Yeah, okay, baby. Cool, cool, cool. Powerful old man Dustin Logic. Hell yeah, you know what? I'm all about that powerful old man logic. The Office also gave John Krasinski one of the worst actors on the planet. He can look at the camera, though, pretty good. No. That's what he tells in The Office all the time. Good evening, Dusty. What's up, Sidejacks? How are you doing? Miss a Face, thanks for the doggos in the last show. They look like they're good boys and girls. Yep, they definitely fat and happy. Little boys and girls. I bought them all flea pills. They're supposed to kill 90% of the fleas within 3 hours. I go out there and feed them those things later. Let me see what the other chat has to say. The chat. Karen Jean-Pierre had a good post. Always remember, they didn't make arrest because they saw the tape. They made arrest because we saw the tape. That's true. You're talking about the jogging black guy that got killed. And it was public pressure that actually made that happen. They don't really give a shit. But when the public stands up and yells at them, they suddenly care about it. The reason it took so long to charge them is the old boy works for DA as an investigator. Yeah, the old boys club. It's always the way it is. That old man would have got knocked the fuck out if he tried that shit in front of me. God damn it, what's wrong with people? I don't know if you're talking about the cop or not, but you can't punch cops. They're a gang, and they have immunity from being retaliated against because they will fucking kill you. Hi, Z Moses, how you doing? Biden at least wouldn't act like a bitch and say he's being treated worse than Lincoln. True, he wouldn't like continuously play the victim all the time. Wouldn't continuously brag about himself all the time. Maybe he has a different personality. You know, definitely. Let's see if I have any more super chats yet. Super chats. I am poor, but I have you $200 earlier, so buy the catnip. You did. I really appreciate that. I will buy them catnip. I already got some catnip for them, but I will get them high on that catnip later. I appreciate that. Cal constantly says he has not voted for Biden, but he pretends he's not influenced his audience. Is so Weasley. Yep, it is Weasley. This is one thing. It's catnip. Catnip. Got him. Got them all. But yeah, don't blame me. I ain't influencing them. Do what you want to do. I'm just one of the most popular political analysts on the entire internet who has an incredibly large left-wing fan base who I absolutely am in every fucking way. Making it more likely that they're going to not vote, period, or vote for Trump or, you know, vote for somebody else. I'm definitely 100% influencing them, but don't blame me for influencing them. Yeah, I'm going to blame you for influence. I'm sorry. And there's one more down there, but I can't see it yet because this chat thing is stupid as shit. Let me scroll up, see if I can find it. Let me find it. Elani Clark, Hunter Avalon made a video. Got poop on. Chris Shue, no. Yeah, I know Hunter Avalon, I guess, is trying to have some kind of redemption arc. I don't know how well that's going. But gotta hold these people accountable, in my opinion. Otherwise, like, what is the reason anybody would ever behave properly or ever make amends for the people they hurt and the shit they do if you never hold them fucking accountable for anything? Just whitewash them, give them softbite interviews. It's just stupid, right? But they're all getting fucking popular shit, making money. So who gives a shit, right? Who cares if anybody's hurt by it? I thought he wanted people to blame him. I know, right? Blame me for it. My cousin is a cop. He's all right. Some cops are all right. I hate to call them all bastards, but, you know. Cult of Dusty, did it surprise you to see Mike Flynn beat the rap and get freed from prison? Nope. None of that shit surprises me. Corruption always in the Trump administration wins out in the end. Biden isn't a traitor? Probably not. I'm not a big Biden fan, but it's between him and Trump. It's a very, very no-brainer, in my opinion. All right. Last chance of getting your super chats. I don't think this is going to work. It's going to try to hand me the rarest kitty of all, Violet. Is Violet going to be seen? Are you going to let me show you Violet? Nope. Nope, the rarest kitty of all didn't get seen. So close! She's like Snuffleupagus. She exists, though. Trust me, folks. Maybe eventually she'll be better. But anyway, let's just get your super chats if you want to get in your super chats. It's been late tonight, but what you gonna fucking do? It was good on Wednesday's show, so I can't complain. Now it's time to do the Joe Biden coverage. Since I covered Trump, let's cover Joe Biden. Here's my awesome graphic. Joe Biden exists. He's a real human being that exists in the universe. Joe Biden. Yeah, best graphics ever. So first up, I want to show me some Cece. How about some Miss Cece before we do Joe Biden? We're going to show some Cece. Pretty Cece. She's so pretty. Let me show everybody how pretty you are. She got some beautiful eyes. You got beautiful eyes. All right. I respect your free will. Do what you got to do. So anyway, Joe Biden. Fox News is trying so hard to make this dude look bad, but it's bad when they make him look good instead. This does not make him look bad, Fox News. Lift every force. The Biden plan for Black America. Bidenville's plan to woo African American voters. Universal pre-K. Oh, horrible. Evil stuff. Free college tuition. Yeah, don't give black people free college tuition, Joe Biden. Elements of a Green New Deal. Nah, don't fucking take global warming seriously. And ending incarceration for drug use. Horrible, horrible Joe Biden policies. He's exactly the same as Trump, folks. 100% the same as Trump. No different whatsoever, isn't he? And apparently, Tara Reid, I guess, is the Joe Biden accuser. She made another claim this week that she reached out to the Kamala Harris organization to put forth a complaint against Joe Biden for the alleged sexual assault 30 years ago. And Kamala Harris says that there was no record of any request from Tara Reid or any Alexandra or Tara Reid. The advisor adds that they would take a request from that sort very seriously, so that doesn't seem to be true, I guess. I don't know. So I don't know. You guys can make up your own mind about that whole thing, whatever you think. And then Joe Biden did this celebrity video. I guess it's supposed to make him look cool and better in the eyes of the youth and whatnot. But this stuff is real fucking cringe, Joe. Like, I like Pill. What is his last name? I don't know what the fuck. Mike Pill? That's not his name. The fuck? I know it's Keegan Pill. What is his name? Maybe is it Keegan? Oh, Keegan Pill. That's what it is. It says right here in fucking front of me. Anyway, this is the kind of shit they put out, these political candidates, because they think it makes them look good, but it's just cringy as fuck, in my opinion.
Keegan, do you have any threes?
No, I don't. Do you have any nines?
Yeah. I always start with dessert.
Is the name Maurice funnier than Martin?
I like Maurice.
1 R. Yeah, don't try too hard.
Working on a speech that I'm going to need you to deliver.
You should try to find a place for the word loquacious. 41 down, comedy duo Key and Blank. How many E's in Peel?
3. 3 E's in Peel. 3.
It's 13.
Come on, Keegan, you can do 20. Keegan, I do everything 46 these days.
That's 20.
Do 30, Keegan. 30. 10 more.
Come on, Joe.
30. Pretty good, man.
Yeah, is that nice?
Pretty good. I'm still working on my sunglasses.
But, Joe, I got to get going.
Where are you going? You're quarantined. You can't go anywhere. We're in quarantine.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Keegan, do you have any threes?
I do, Joe.
I guess that's not too bad.
Yes,
it's sort of cringe, though. Like, I just wish he would focus on the policies. Just get out there and start talking about what you're trying to push forth, your platform and whatnot. You don't have to do kind of shit like this, in my opinion, to try to appeal to the young guns. But anyway, they gonna do it anyway, so why listen to me? Next up, is this time for palate cleansers already? Are we already into the palate cleansers? Gonna have a short show. All right, the palate cleansers! Palate cleansers! Let me put up my graphic for the palate cleansers. Yep, we gonna cleanse your palate, cause all of my show is depressing as fuck, except for what I show at the very end. Palate cleansers! Hooray! And this video went viral, 9.4 million views of this guy, this regular Joe Blow, going to a bodybuilding competition and bumping in to the bodybuilders to see what their reaction is going to be. It's kind of funny. He's like, what the fuck? You're all just looking at him, and he's trying to flex and bow up. What? This guy's going to look down at his skinny legs and be like, what the hell? What are you? What are you doing? What? Anyway, pretty funny. I thought that was cute. Next up. Off, motherfucker. Did you guys know that mouse traps used to be tiny guns? Holy shit, I would not want to fuck with this shit. I would definitely shoot myself in the nutsack if that were the case. This does not look safe, folks, but apparently back in the day, before they invented a better mouse trap, it was like this. Here comes the little mousey. Little mousey gonna go up under there and boom! Blow your brains out, little mousey. That's just violent and horrible. But that was what it was like back in the old days. Yeah, and this is real life, folks. I'd never heard of this before, folks. I had never seen this. I missed this somehow when it came on. Apparently, back in the, I guess 5 years ago, there was a series on NBC. They shot 8 episodes of this, aired every episode of it. And it was called The Slap. And this is not a parody, folks. It's hard to believe this is not a parody. It's hard to believe how many solid, good actors were involved in this and never thought twice about how ridiculous this whole thing is. The Slap! Only on NBC. Fuck. Imagine making an entire season of a show around slapping a little kid. The Slap! Coming to NBC! Quality programming, folks. Quality programming. And, speaking of quality programming, who ordered the murder hornets? I'll give you one goddamn guess. Carol Baskins! Fuck Carol Baskins! I love the Joe Exotic memes. Somebody gets mad at me. They keep messaging me about putting Joe Exotic memes. They're like, don't you know that Carol Baskins is being attacked both online and in real life because of all this, and you're helping make her life worse? And I'm just going to explain to you guys, the Carol Baskin memes are not to shit on Carol Baskins. They're to make fun of Joe Exotic's obsession with Carol Baskins. So, read the subtext of the memes, motherfucker. And next up, last show, we showed a monkey on a motorcycle try to kidnap a baby. And I don't know what fucking country this is where they keep having monkeys on motorcycles, but here he is wiping out another kid. Wipe the fucking kid out. Like, this is abuse. I feel sorry for these little monkeys. They got goddamn, like, leashes on them. Got them riding around entertaining folks. And poor kid, boom! Wipe out! Wipe out! Poor monkey, poor kids, poor everybody. Stop this! Stop using monkeys for your entertainment. And next up on the palate cleanser episode, it's true, folks! More evidence. Look at this fucking Chad. Jabba the Hutt, upright, and slave girl is leaning slightly towards her. Look how submissive she is to this ultimate Chad. And so I take it back, folks. Clearly true. Clearly true. And next up, this guy's obviously drunk or something. He totally missed the step at the end here. Nope, yep. He thought that pier was a lot fucking longer than it was. A whole lot longer than it was. I guess he was drunk. I don't know. And, the Simpsons, folks. The Simpsons predicted another thing. First, the Simpsons predicted the Trump presidency. They're soothsayers over there at the Simpsons, always predicting shit. It's eerie as fuck. And here they are, both predicting the coronavirus and murder hornets. 8.3 million views. Let's have a look.
Why, the only cure is bed rest. Anything I give you would only be a placebo.
Where did we get these placebos? Maybe there's some in this truck.
Murder hornet's gonna get you all! And they're gonna copyright my goddamn video, and I'm gonna take it down because of this clip. I should not have played this clip. Stupid Dusty! God damn it, why did I do that? I fucked myself for later. But anyway, last but not least, folks, about to finish it up with this one, and oh yeah, fucking John Cena. John Cena been a little evil, I think. WWE's John Cena surprises Make-A-Wish 7-year-old with cancer. No, John Cena! Why are you giving a Make-A-Wish kid cancer? Don't do that. I would be so angry if I could see you, John Cena. You're lucky I can't see you, or I'd be mad. Stupid John Cena. Psh, that's just uncalled for. And that's my material tonight, folks. If you want to get a super chat in, here's your chance to do it while I read the chat. And in the show. What a lame concept for a movie. What's a TV show, but definitely. Apparently it's from Australia, and they said the Australian version is way better. It would have to be better Keegan Michael Key. I thought it was Pill. Is it Keegan Key and Michael Pill? Is that what it is? I don't know. Thank you for that. Fuck Biden. Go fish, bitch. Okay, will do. Surprised it's leukemia. I know. They're Make-A-Wish children. They already have it hard enough without you giving them cancer, John Cena. Sometimes Dusty spanks his monkey. Sometimes. 3 or 4 times a day. Happens continuously. Tiger King sings So 2012 already. I know it's kind of been done to death. We're going to be really, really sick of it before it's all said and done. Bad Spock. I know, right? First he was like Siler, and then he was Spock, and now he's slapping kids. Get your shit together, Spock. Cats are the perfect mousetrap. Yeah, my cats aren't. They're lazy as fuck. They're like, you do it. You do it, Daddy. Mandela effect strikes again. I know, right? Hey, thanks for everything, Dusty. No problem, Truly Deaf. Appreciate that. Chad, Jabba the Hutt, I know, right? Versus the Virgin Princess Leia. Call to Dusty, you forgot to mention the Simpsons influencing the Matrix. Oh, yeah, they're mind readers, future tellers, the fucking Simpsons writers. Jordan Peele is the director of Get Out. Okay, I get them mixed up. I didn't really like... Get Out what was the other one? Us I didn't like. Get Out was okay. Us I didn't think was good. I didn't think the Twilight Zone he did was very good, to be honest with you. I think he's a little bit overrated, but... Dude, Dusty keeps giving me attention. It feels great. Well, I'm happy to help you. Make you feel better about your life. That's what I'm here for. That's not even close to the most animal abuse from there. Well, that's depressing. None of it should be done. Fuck that. So who are these worthless trolls online? I don't know which one you're talking about, but trolls are everywhere. That's for sure. Great show, Dusty. Thank you, Patty Anderson. I sure appreciate it. Check Snopes since it didn't predict Trump's presidency. Oh, they didn't? Okay. Well, maybe I'm just full of shit about that. It's definitely possible. I guess I don't have any more new super chats that I see here. MD sent one, but I don't see what it says. Let me scroll up, see if I can find it. Super chats. Hey, Dusty, just watch Kendall Ray's video on this, and now I'm curious. Do you know what Bohemian Grove is? And if so, what is your opinion about it? Yeah, the Bohemian Grove is like a boys club for rich politicians and assholes who get out there and kiss each other asses, and they have this play called The Cremation of Care, which is supposed to basically, when you watch it, help end your cares for the next years and all the bad shit you do to make you feel better and alleviate your guilt for all the horrible shit these powerful men are going to do. Basically, all it is, it's just like a boys club, right? Just a place where a bunch of rich, mostly white assholes go and hang out and pretend like they're really important and network with each other and supposedly do it all in secret. This is what Alex Jones supposedly infiltrated like 20 years ago in the Bohemian Grove. It's so scary. They're actually, you don't know this, folks, but they're actually executing real life people during the cremation of care, but no, they're not. It's just bullshit. It's like the Masons. Just a bunch of dorky-ass motherfuckers trying to feel important. So they go and have rituals and shit, pretend like they're doing something cool, but they're not. They're just dumbasses. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Is there anyone you really hate, Dusty? I guess like serial killers and rapists and stuff. People that murder and torture animals. I've seen that shit. I hate those motherfuckers. Kenneth Copeland, not a fan. Televangelists, people that take advantage of others. I don't like them at all. But not really. Like, for the most part, I am okay with everybody. There are infinite Dusties. I know, right? Inception Dusty style. That leaked video was so hokey. I don't know which one you're talking about. The Joe Biden one? Alex Jones should have been one of those mercenaries. Yeah, he's too much of a chicken for that. Both parties have paid troll farms. Probably. But one is probably definitely doing it more than the other one. One is definitely more evil. So, anyway, that's it for me tonight, folks. It was a short show, but we're going to show Katana before we go. Big fat Katana. Big fat Katana. Appreciate everybody who supported the show tonight. I'm not going to finish the show by showing you guys my Patreon, because I said I wouldn't and I'm not. But anyway, thank you for all the super chats tonight. I will buy the kitties something cool in you guys' honor. I will be back on Monday. Yeah, today's Friday. So I'll be back on Monday for another show for you guys. I sure appreciate it. Hope you tell your friends about the show. Hope you tune in. I will see you guys soon. Love you bunches. Stay safe out there. And as always, till next time, logic. Fuck yes. Good night, everybody. Thanks a lot.